Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-June 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in the lovely Sagittarius. I am finally at the end of the zodiac. These videos, this whole set has been really long. I don't know why. You know, I feel like they've been longer than some of the other videos I've done. Probably not that by that much, but it's just, maybe it's because each day I've recorded it's like sunny and perfect and amazing outside, and I am itching to go out and rollerblade, but I don't know. It's just maybe there's been a lot of stuff going on for each sign, and they're challenging me. Their spreads are challenging me, which is good. So anyways, I am telling people that I will be back doing my sex and relationships videos at some point in the future, although I don't know when, okay? A lot of people have been asking me when am I going to do those. It does take me a lot of time to do the regular ones, and so it'd be like it's like double basically the amount of time, and I guess just stay up all night doing my videos, and I'm trying to cut back a little bit because I have a heavy workload of private clients. So that's the other thing. If you'd like a private reading with me, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Feel free to check out the About link on my YouTube channel on the main page for pricing. People do ask me if I do half-an-hour readings, and I don't. I also don't do one-question readings. One question always leads to more questions, so I never really gone under the hour mark with anybody. So, where was I? Also, I am going to be doing couples sessions, okay? Kind of like couples therapy. I am not a marriage counselor, but it would be like marriage counseling in the sense that if you are married and you want to do like a double session, the way I'm doing it is, or the way I'm going to be doing it, I think, is where I'm laying out a spread for each person, basically doing 3 spreads, a general and then 2 individual spreads, comparing them and going over some of the main issues and points in the relationship, okay? This is probably going to be happening in July at some point. Could happen sooner than that. I'm going to let everybody know. I just decided today that I was going to bring it up. I do want to see what the response is going to be from my clients and from people. So please, email me if that's something that you and your spouse or you and your partner or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend even want to do. Please email me and I can add you to a list of people that I will be contacting and calling in the future for those, okay? And, because if I have no response, if I get no response, if people don't want me to do it, then obviously I'm not going to do it. So it's just something that I thought I'd really enjoy. I do think my specialty is relationships, talking about relationships. So this will kind of take me to the next level in learning about relationships, but also I'll be able to help a lot of people. So yeah. So anyway, so this is for people with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Sagittarius. This reading, I am going to just lay it out here for you now. Wow, this is some heavy stuff. There's a lot of big stuff going on at the end of June, and I don't know why that is for people, but I'm seeing it. I've seen it with several of the other signs. So this is kind of heavy. This is kind of an intense reading. So I am just going to start in the beginning and kind of go from there. The first card out of the deck is, right out of the gate, is the Wish card in reverse. I call it the Wish card, 8 of Wands, because she's blowing on those dandelions. And so I call it the Wish card. And then in reverse, it is wishing for children and getting pregnant, okay? And also, for those of you who already have children, you know, your kids are going to be okay. That is the message of this card. Those of you who are worried about your kids, I feel like what's crossing you is a divorce or breakup, which is why chances are you're worried about your kids. I always tell people, and this is honestly the truth, that kids are in a state of joy. They are in a state of bliss. Even if shit happens, the next day they wake up, they're back in their state of joy again. It's very difficult to take a child out of that state of joy and bliss and being in the moment, because that's what a child's, that's how they see the world. That's being a child. I know people go through a lot of, they have to grow up very quickly sometimes. But in the end, it's not like they're being robbed of their joy, okay, or, you know, becoming damaged in some way. You know, some people say they're damaged. Well, you know, you can do healing for these things, and you can recover from a troubled or situation from childhood. You can recover from those things. So I see the terms, you know, being damaged as kind of an excuse in a way. I do feel like people are, I'm not saying they aren't, damaged or broken in some way because of tough things that they go through, especially in childhood. But there are things that you can do to heal from those traumatic situations. Counseling, there's doing sessions with healers, there's Reiki, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to get past that. So it's not like, when I say excuse, I don't mean like, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, or I'm not trying to invalidate it, okay, or not validate. I'm trying to say that no matter what we go through in life, we can overcome the obstacles that we face. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes counseling, sometimes it takes a lot of money and chocolate and trips to Disneyland, you know, whatever, you know. Sometimes it takes many gallons of ice cream, you know, but in the end, we recover, okay? In the end, I believe that recovery is possible with everyone. So that's just my point of view, okay, my opinion about this. Now, going back to you, if you're in a relationship and you're going through a divorce or a breakup, and you're worried about your kids, the answer is that they're going to be okay. Angels, everybody has a guardian angel, so the angels are around your kids, okay? And kids they're protected. They're really heavily protected and guarded by the angels because children are so precious. They're so precious. They're really needed on the planet for people, and it's important to cherish them, you know. But I don't want you, all that worry and stress and that concern, I don't want you to be worried and stressed and concerned about your children, because all that worry and stress and concern will block them and will actually create more hardship for them than if you just, you know, pray, say a prayer, and try to explain things to them as best you can, you know, and try to maintain a good relationship with them. That's important. It's very important that they understand what's going on, that you don't bullshit them, that, you know, you maintain boundaries and standards and expectations and all that stuff. So there's that. Now, for those of you who are single, I mean, this to me feels like most people that are watching are in some kind of relationship. But if you are single, you got the strength card. So you're being tested. It's a test of strength, inner strength, outer strength. You're going through some testing times. To me, this is a testing time for Sagittarius. it feels really tough to me. It doesn't feel like it's as easy. Some of this is karma. The relationship that you are in, specifically those who are in a, it could just be a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, but also could be a divorce situation, someone that you're divorcing or going through, a breakup with. Whoever that is, to me it feels like it's a karmic relationship because you feel trapped, okay? And you feel stuck, but also it's karmic in the sense that it wasn't destined in my mind to end well. Karmic relationships don't end well. Hence getting the Tower, okay? The Tower is destruction. It is out with the old, in with the new, okay? Some of you are needing to like kind of embrace like a new attitude. Some of you are like literally cleaning out your energetic closet and your letting go of people that are not good for you in your life. Letting go of people that are unhealthy in your life. And this was causing you recently some, feeling of overwhelmed and very sad. And some Sagittarius may be in a relationship with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But I feel like this is you, Sagittarius. I feel like this is you, especially females. I feel like this is you. I feel like recently you were overwhelmed, really overwhelmed with everything that's going on in your life. And it's causing you to be upset, to be sad, to feel lonely, a lot of negative emotions. And you have a lot of responsibilities. There's a lot on your plate to do. You're trying to get it all done. But I always talk about this card because this is the Five of Wands as, a card where you can't get it all done in one day. Rome was not built in a day. You have to do one thing at a time. This card has come up with a lot of the signs. And I'm not sure whether Mercury retrograde, just really, I feel like when Mercury turned retrograde in Gemini, the shit really just hit the fan, to be honest with you. To me, this is the shit card, okay? This is like, the pile of shit. Things just kind of adding up. You trying to get through them as best you could. This is you in the distant past, okay? To me, it's a very heavy reading. It does not feel all sweetness and light to me. You got the Five of Cups. You also have the Four of Cups and the position of your emotions in the future. So history is going to repeat itself. You were feeling sad and lonely here in the recent past, and you will be feeling sad and lonely and checked out of your relationship. You might not even want to talk to anybody. You might just be like, I'm done with the world, please. Everybody's going to go to voicemail, and your voicemail box is going to become full, and you're just like, fuck it all. It's going to be like, for you Sagittarius, that's what it's going to be like, I'm trying to make light of the fact that you're going to be sobbing your eyes out, and I'm sorry for that already, but finances are going to be good. So you have in the immediate future, you got the money card, the cash tree card. Finances are good, okay, but emotions are not. Emotions are boiling over. To me, it's like the boiling point, okay, for you, Sagittarius. So, especially, I would say mid to the end of June, I don't see it really changing that much. The reason I feel like some of you are breaking up or getting divorced is because, and this has gone on for a lot of the signs here, okay, is because there's either not enough work-life balance, okay, working too much, not playing enough, or there's been cheating in the partnership. For you to get the Tower and to be karmic, to me, and then to have the Two of Pentacles, it's all this little game about cheating, okay? And it's just not... It just doesn't feel like too many of you are single, okay? For those of you who are single, it is work-life balance issues. But for pretty much everybody else, there's cheating going on. Somebody's doubled up. somebody's multitasking. It may not be out and out cheating. It may be emotional affairs, but still, I don't see, the Tower would not be happening unless I feel like something was going on. And that's why I feel like a lot of you are, you know, moms that have a cheating spouse, and you know, you're getting a divorce and you're worried about your kids. That's kind of how I see it. That's the feeling that I'm getting now. But not everybody is going to be in that boat. Some people may be in the single boat or the dating boat, or even just have a boyfriend or girlfriend. You may be breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend. You may have kids with that person. Or some of you, on the other hand, may be getting pregnant, you know, and it's a positive thing. However, it may be like suddenly, you know, that it kind of happens. It's kind of unexpected that you get pregnant, and it's kind of a big deal, okay? And all this emotion is because of all the hormones and stuff. Some of you really do need to go to counseling. Some of you need to call me or email me for reading, because you got this card. So chances are you're going to be talking to me, or you're going to be talking to a psychic, or talking to a counselor in the future. Some of you are thinking, you know, it would be good for you to do that. Some of you are in mandatory counseling. You know, some of you are going through divorce and in counseling, okay? So actually, my couples therapy, my couples session actually might be good for you to kind of get an alternative perspective on your relationship and what's going on, and how to kind of overcome it, okay? The outcome for you is the Nine of Wands, which it's like, it makes sense in a way, because it's just like, they're showing, my guide is showing me like a picture of like a battleship. It's almost like the starship. I've been watching too much Star Trek. I did go back to some of these, so the more recent ones with Chris Pine, and I'm really a huge fan of those. But anyways, it's like a spaceship that's been hit, okay, too many times, okay, and then suddenly it just kind of drifts off, and it's not like completely like this. It's not like completely combusted, but it's like the spaceship is just so out of it that it sort of like needs time, and there's this waiting period that kind of happens before it gets fixed, and you know, it's sort of just like retreat, almost like in retreat mode. That's the word that wants to come to me. It's like, Sagittarius, I feel like you're going to be retreating a little bit. Some of you need to go on like a spa trip, or, you know, retreat to the wilderness someplace. You know, maybe go glamping somewhere. They do like they do in the Real Housewives. You know, but, you know, and some of you are waiting for things to change, waiting for him to come back. Some of you were broken up, and it's kind of a dramatic situation where maybe you got pregnant and you broke up, and it's a karmic relationship, and that was supposed to happen, and you're waiting for him to come back. It's very important that you be patient with the situation, okay? Because God is always looking out for you, and this is not the worst card in the world to have as the outcome, but it just seems like, I don't know, I just kind of want to do sound effects. It's like, and it's like you're stuck at, I know you can't even really hear me. It's just like, that's all that I'm hearing. It's just sort of like you're winding down from this really traumatic thing that you're going through, and you just kind of end up chilling out at the end of June, where there's really not much, you don't have the fight left in you. You're kind of just waiting. And maybe also a guy who's waiting on you. If you're female Sagittarius, there may be a guy that's actually waiting on you to make the next move. Okay? Maybe the ball's in your court, and it's like that's what you need to do. He's waiting for you to call him, to talk to him, and you are going to talk to him again. If you're waiting on him to come back, you are going to talk again, because this card, the Hierophant, is the card of him calling you, okay? Or of her calling you if you're waiting on a girl, okay? There's going to be some communication again. Now, whether you get back together I wouldn't advise it, okay? I don't advise it, but if you were to get back together with that person, um, I mean, I just feel like history is going to repeat itself. So whatever the arguments and the fights were over about before, whether it's cheating or not cheating, the arguments are, it's going to be the same way again. That's kind of how I see it. If somebody's cheating in a relationship, it's not going to stop. For whatever reason, that's what they're doing. That's what they're choosing to do. That's their behavior. That's their choice. Okay? Um, don't wait on this person. My advice is don't wait on this person. They don't deserve you. If there's cheating going on, they don't deserve you. Period. End of story. Okay? You may just be kind of chilling out, though. At the end, I just feel like you've been hit pretty hard with a lot of stuff, a lot of big stuff. If those of you who are pregnant, it's a big deal. For those of you who are just going through a breakup, it's a big deal. For those of you who are single, it may be some kind of unexpected incident that happens at the end of June that you are not, or middle of June that you're not expecting, and it kind of takes you by surprise or it upsets you. It's like a big thing that happens, okay? So I do want to pull a final card here. I know this is like a shorter video for you guys, but I feel like I really touched on pretty much everything in the spread. Some of the other signs have more complicated stuff going on. I feel like yours is more, I call it crisp. It's very straightforward. To me, it just feels like you're getting out of a relationship that's no longer working for you or no longer healthy for you. However, I would say that you do need to move on. Waiting for this person is not the way to go. Maybe you're waiting for communication, which I do feel like you're going to get, but after that, you need to get back on the horse and you need to ride again. That's it. No pun intended, because, you know, Sagittarius, you're half woman, man, horse, right? Half horse. So, and this is karma. The final card is the Eight of Swords. You know, it's a struggle. It's karmic. You know, if you feel like this is like the toughest thing you've got to go through, if this is like a major sacrifice, if this is like a major, major deal, this is something you've had to, give up a lot in this whole situation, that's because it's karmic. It's because in a past life at some point, you know, or I should say, it's hard to explain karma right now because it would take me too long. But basically, before you reincarnated, you chose to pay off a karmic debt from the past, one of your past lives, or several past lives, okay? And the debt that you're paying, that the suffering and whatever you're going through is part of that debt, okay? What I usually say is there's two parts to karma. There's the action and then there's the lesson. It may not be where, you know, someone broke your heart and divorced you in a past life and now you're, you know, someone's breaking yours, okay? It may not be that. It just may be, you know, more of a simple lesson. A lot of times it's learning to set boundaries and say no for yourself and say no to people who are not good for you, you know, moving on, being able to move on. Sagittarius has a difficult time with that sometimes. Sagittarius can get very stuck in relationships or feel very stuck in relationships. And Sagittarius feels that way a lot of times because there's restrictions, okay? There are restrictions. That's the Eight of Swords is also a card of restriction. So if there is another third party involved, then that's why there's restrictions. And the karma, the issue with the karma then becomes, well, you're incurring negative karma for yourself. And if there's any cheating involved, then it makes it more than likely, if you don't learn the lesson about the cycle of cheating and breaking that lesson, then more than likely that you'll be cheated on either in this lifetime or next lifetime yourself, which is not good. So anytime any relationship it has a third party involved, get out of it. Get out of it as soon as possible, because that's the lesson, okay? And there's karma. There's karma there, karma issues there, okay? I would want to take a look at, you know, your personal spread to see what really is, and kind of dig deeper into it, you're more than welcome to email me. Feel free to. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I'd love to, set you up for a private reading and kind of get more into the nitty gritty of things. So, be patient. There's several cards about being patient and calm. Sagittarius is like to run. They like to flee. They like to get away. They like to move. They like to keep moving, Feeling stuck is not the happy place for Sagittarius. It's not the happy. That's not what they want, okay? So you do need to be patient, though, because as much as you feel like you're stuck, it's sort of like the universe is holding on to you for a reason. It's sort of like, sitting the child down and looking him in the eye and saying, okay, this is what I have to say to you, okay? It's kind of like what the universe is trying to tell you. There's a lesson to be learned there. So pay attention. Instead of wanting to run away and get out of the situation, try to learn from it as best you can. So that's all that I have to say. I did get a final tingle on that, so I know my guides are listening to me. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. I'm back again in July, so stay tuned, okay? And thank you guys so much for messaging me. I appreciate it. Again, be in touch. Okay, take care.